The information war continues. It's Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
We Are Change San Antonio called in. By the way, we just started simulcasting at prisonplanet.tv. Put that San Antonio Tea Party website back up. They've been going to these meetings. You know, it's Ron Paul groups that started the Tea Parties. It's Gary Franchi and others that started the End the Fed protest. It's our movement against the private bankers that are looting and raping us, which is very popular right now. The people know it's the truth. We're the good guys. Well, they say, hey, you don't bring signs. You know, they have the acceptable ones there on the top for prisonplanet.tv viewers, but scroll down. Under there, oh, it's borderline to have an image of the Founding Fathers dumping tea in the harbor. Founding Fathers, we don't know if that's allowed. The sign of hope, change, with the image of the Statue of Liberty in trouble. No, can't have that. Can't say Obamanism with a hammer and sickle around his rising sun. And you can't have one that says Obama lied. You can't have one that says impeach Obama. I mean, no free speech. So I guess the Tea Party is an anti-free speech meeting. I mean, I guess it's like when you take your dog to have him neutered. I guess you could just, it's legal and lawful for men. If you want to go be castrated, you could just go to the doctor and pay to have it done instead of having Glenn Beck do it for you. I mean, that's what Glenn Beck does, is he poses and he's radical and he's going to expose the FEMA camps and he's going to expose this. And, oh, they don't exist. It's kooks. He uses the straw man argument and goes after what I predicted he would, the few fake stories that are out there. And, oh, Ron Paul supporters are terrorists and the army needs to be used against them and they're with McVeigh. Right out of these government reports. I mean, that's all I do is read these federal reports that get leaked to us and others. And I saw Glenn Beck years ago going off talking points out of federal documents. I mean, you know, I know the guy's an operative. And that's what they're doing. And again, I don't make this show about attacking another talk show host. Even people I can't stand. You know, Dianne Feinstein. Let's get that clip ready, the video clip. You know, she came out in 60 Minutes and said, you know what, last weekend, we are going to reintroduce the assault weapons ban when the time's right. And by the way, it's an expanded assault weapons ban. To actually ban them physically and make you be federally registered and shut down gun shows. They're going to tag all this on. In fact, they have done it. And then now, last night on 60 Minutes, they have the Mexican ambassador saying, oh, we need to ban your guns in America because that's what's causing the problem in Mexico. Not drug prohibition that makes the drug gangs make so much money. It's not the drug war that's caused all this. Increase the drugs, increase the profits, all of it. Everybody knows that's what did it. Just like the prohibition of alcohol did that 80 years ago. And it's not that Mexico has a total gun ban for citizens. You know, that's why Chicago's so bad or New York's so bad. And then they always use those as examples of why I need to turn my guns in Texas. Because where they've got control, where the big city crime machines have control, they've disarmed everybody, so it's a hellhole. And they're obsessed with blaming it on us. Now, I said I was going to go to calls. I got a lot of clips coming up I got to get to, too. But Matthew, We Are Change, who alerted us to this last hour, we did confirm it's accurate. They're saying, you know, no Alex Jones allowed. We don't want Alex Jones there. Hey, look, I don't want to be around you either. It's not fun to go down and confront Glenn Beck and actually look at a Benedict Arnold. I mean, it hurts my spirit to see. Folks, I have to tell you, I've exposed Janet Reno and gone up against her. I've been arrested for asking Bush a question. You know, there are a few people that actually put off an aura as evil as Glenn Beck. It's not just all the evidence I have. I mean, it's my guts. It's like a dog knows when somebody's bad. I'm like going, and the hair is going up. I mean, this is bad. This guy is BAD. This is a treacherous, larcenous traitor who wants to steal your freedoms. So, they're here to co-opt our movement. Suddenly, Fox News is worried about the New World Order after all these years saying it doesn't exist. And then they're begging for $35,000 on here. And so what you do is I guess you give them thousands of dollars and they tell you, be a good citizen, be polite, don't call for Obama's impeachment. It's just disgusting. You know, talking down to everyone this is like, I remember in first grade when we were going to go to the zoo in Dallas, and for weeks before they would go, and you will hold hands when you go to the bathroom, and you will not raise your voice, and you will Tie your shoelaces. Because we're following the Ninny Patriot leader. I mean, I can't even do it. You know, it's like I'm Glenn Beck. I'm your Patriot leader. I mean, I can't even do it, man. I can't even do it. The guy is, and it's not just that he's effeminate. He's that effeminate Ninny backstabber. You know, the real fake, I care about you. When he does it, it's so fake. It's all about how he's getting it over on you. I promise I would have exposed the camps if they'd have been real, but they're not. And these Patriot types are McVeigh people. I'm worried about them. Next up, we need to attack Iran. Stay with me. I'll be right back. I mean, I can't even do it. I'm sorry. I'm tired of him. I can't look at him anymore. All right, I'm going to shut up. Let's go back to Matthew in Texas. So you dare to say you're going to bring the Obama deception? You know what's going to happen. The police on city property are going to try to say, in America, you can't hand free videos out. The veterans fought, so you'd have no freedom. Travis died in the Alamo right there, so you'd have freedom to shut up. So there needs to be a bunch of you down there and catch it all on videotape, how they try to destroy freedom in America. And this will only blow up bigger in their face. The coward Beck has already said he's not going to go on stage. Because I've seen video of him at other events. He literally looks like a dog, you know, when it's scared of thunder. He like runs to his bodyguards. If anybody goes, hey, Glenn Beck, what about the New World Order? He goes, ah, and like runs. I mean, we can pull these videos up on YouTube because he is cowardice. He is weakness. He is the New World Order. That's why they like him. They go, man, this is a slime ball. And they also know that regular good people will see him and know there's something not right about that guy. And then, he's the new Patriot leader. He's meant to turn off everybody else and make the Patriot movement look bad, but also sucker in the dumbest. All right, this show is not about Glenn Beck, but I having him try to tell people that they can't be on city streets with signs and then calling that founding father patriotism, again, it's a bait and switch. It's a you-know-what sandwich, and I ain't taking a bite out of it. All right, enough of Beck, enough of the Ninny. But I tell you, another Ninny was that James Meggsy had on the show with him. I mean, this was like a Ninny fest. But, of course, it's cowards that serve the New World Order. That's what you've got to realize. It's cowardly, weak scum. And they fool good men and women into thinking they're good, and then they use our strength to carry out their New World Order. Okay, Matthew, go ahead.
And there is an upside to this, Alex. We were at their first meeting maybe 2-3 weeks ago, and you know, and the 2 or 3 organizers of the San Antonio Tea Party are just the biggest Glenn Beck groupies around. And,
well, they're probably state police informants, but
no, actually, they give off that vibe very much so.
No. Just sir, look, just wait outside, follow them home. It's state police. Okay, go ahead.
Oh yeah.
And, I'd say it's a 100%, 110% chance there's feds and state police because the state police are really federal with the funding. I have all the reports here, but there's a 95% that it's the leaders. But go ahead.
Yeah, and I don't doubt it. They send off that vibe totally. And at their meeting, someone asked, "Well, what are we going to do after the Tea Party?" And I jumped in. You know, in the Fed, it's the 2 weeks after the 25th. And I was like, we had at that time we had 100 Obama deception DVDs and 100 Fiat Empire DVDs. And we started handing them out. Everybody was coming up to us. Oh, thank you. It's so good to see you guys here. They told one of our other younger guys, hey, it's so good to see you young people in action. And what website was that? InTheFed.us. And there was another older gentleman there, and he was like, you all need to go to Infowars.com. And people were like, what website is that? We're like, yeah, it's Infowars.
And what were the state police doing when you did that?
Well, yeah, and that's what I'm building up to. After the meeting, the organizers pulled us aside, and they were as peed off as anything. They were upset. They were telling us, you know, if you're going to come here doing this, send us an email, yada, yada, yada. And, you know, I did have about 5 or 6 end games that I handed out. And he was like, you're here to promote Mr. Jones, and we don't want nothing to do with that. I was like, hey, well, y'all are talking about ending the tax. To end the tax, you got to end the Fed. And don't you agree? Well, yeah, but shh. He was telling me, shh. I'm not against free speech, but then he's like, shh.
Look, you want to break a major story? Now that we've said this, they probably won't be there now. Follow them just run the plates on the car. They think you're so dumb, it's probably going to even be an unmarked when you go outside. Where do they have you guys meet?
Well, they have their own meetup, and it's on meetup.com, SAT Party. I'm a member of that meetup.
Where do they have you meet, though?
Oh, okay. They have meetings at a hamburger joint called the Time Machine.
And what do the leaders? What do the leaders look like?
Eric Adams is one of the main organizers. He's the guy who's kissed Glenn Beck's hand. He's the guy who lobbied him to get down here.
Now I understand. What's he look like?
He's a skinny guy going bald, very full of himself. He was just going on and on that it was all him that brought Glenn Beck down. He's a skinny guy.
He may not be a cop then. Okay. Well, what's the other one look like?
There is one that looks like he might be a cop. Big old potbelly.
Well, there's usually there'll usually be one behind the front man that'll be the operative.